Welcome, my name is Rachel Alford from Cozy Next Designs, and today we're going to make the Skye ear warmer. The Skye ear warmer is part of the Skye set that includes the scarf and the ear warmer. Both are free patterns on my blog, so I recommend you pull up my blog and have that pattern next to you as you're watching this video tutorial so you can get the correct stitch and row counts to accurately make it. And I'll link the scarf video, YouTube video, down in the description as well. The Skye set is a Lion Brand yarn kit. With Lion Brand yarn kits, you can get all the yarn to make what is included, the scarf and the ear warmer, and you can actually customize the colors, the yarn colors to your choosing as well. I'll put a link to that down in the description also, and be sure to join my newsletter. I send out when Lion Brand yarn is having a good sale on their yarn or their kits, and I will also let you know when I'm doing giveaways of new yarn that's released that I have reviewed. So join my newsletter where you can find all the details and get the inside scoop. And then of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on my cool patterns and tutorials that I share with you, and make sure you subscribe there. So let's grab our yarn and needles and let's get started. To do the ear warmers, you're going to need Wool-Ease Air yarn. This is the color Ice. And for this tutorial though, I'm going to be using cotton candy, just for ease of use. And then you'll need US 11 8mm knitting needles, scissors, tapestry needle, and then this is optional. This is a row counter because it can be hard to see your rows when working double-stranded with Wool-Ease Air yarn. And so I like this. So the last project I did, I had 18 rows. I'm done with that though, so I'm gonna clear it. I'm accidentally hitting the wrong button. There we go. So now row 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just helps me keep track and makes it quicker and faster by using this row counter. So like I said, we will be working double-stranded, making this ear warmer so it works up really fast. If you want any of these items, I will link them down in the description. To begin the ear warmers, I'm going to do the long tail cast on. So I need 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then give myself a little bit of extra. So this is where I'm going to put my slip stitch or my slip knot to begin. And like I said, I am working double-stranded, so I have 2 strands of this color here. Now inserting my needle, I will now cast on 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one last one, 7. To do the pattern that we will be doing the seed stitch. You're going to knit the first one, purl the second, knit, purl, and then always end on a knit stitch. And then when we turn our work, we're going to do the same thing, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. So you're going to be creating this staggered seed stitch look, which creates a really dense, warm fabric, which is perfect for ear warmers. So to begin this first stitch, we're going to knit, and then we will purl. Next stitch, knit, and make sure you're going under both strands when you're doing this, and then purl, knit, purl, and our last stitch in this row we will knit. So to keep track of it, I'm going to change my row counter to row 1. We will be doing this same pattern for how many rows or what size you want. If you want the small size, you'll be doing 61 rows, medium 64 rows, and large 67 rows. I am going to be making the medium size, so I will be doing 64 rows. So my next row, I'm going to knit this first one, purl the next, knit the next, purl, knit, purl, and my last stitch I will be knitting. Let's do one more row together. Make sure I remember to change my row counter. Done that far too often than I'd like to admit. All right, so row 3, same thing, knit. And if you get to a point and you think, oh, I don't remember if I need to knit or purl this stitch, you can see this is a purl stitch right here, or sorry, a knit stitch. And so that means I need to purl it. So you will be purling the knits and then knitting the purls. Otherwise, if you got it switched, you'd be creating a stockinette stitch, which we don't want for this one. Doing the seed stitch makes it so it doesn't curl, and it is also reversible in the fabric, so there isn't a right side or a wrong side. So it makes it really simple and easy, a good one to do while Netflix watching, which is what I plan to do when I finish this off camera. So I'm going to be doing this for the next 64 rows, and then we will finish up together, and I'll show you how to bind off and create the twist tie. I've reached my bind off row, so let's do that together. So I'm going to bind off in the stitch pattern. So I'm going to knit this first one, purl the second, and then I'm going to pass this first stitch over the second to bind off. Now this one needs to be a knit, and then I pass this stitch over that last stitch I just did. This is a purl. Keep doing this pattern all the way down until all 7 stitches are bound off, and then we will cut a long tail, and then we will fold the ear warmer to create the front twist, and then we will sew it closed to create that front twist. So I did this medium size. Let's see, I need a knit for my last one. Here's my last one. Pass this one over. There we go. Let's create that little knot that we need. And a long tail. There we go. Now we need to fold it lengthwise like this. And there's not a wrong or a right side for this because the stitch pattern is reversible. So you don't have to stress about that. And then we have our 2 ends, and we're going to sandwich them like this, and then take the end and sew it back and forth. So let me thread this on my tapestry needle. And when you sew this closed, make sure that you go through all 4 thicknesses so that you can have a nice secure ear warmer. So I'm going to go all the way down, sewing, and then back again to make sure it really is secure. Catching all 4 thicknesses, going through. Go, and then back down again. This comes in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, depending on your head circumference. Be sure you check out the free blog post so that you can follow along and choose the correct size and how many rows that you need. Okay, so I still need to weave in the tails, but let me show you what it looks like. So you can see we've done it correctly. We have our little front twist. So I'm going to weave in those ends. Make sure that you check out the matching scarf that goes with this. I'll link it here. And everything is linked down in the description as well. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you liked it. I am Rachel from Cozy Nooks Designs, and make sure that you give it a thumbs up, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to my channel for future free patterns and tips.